That's me, Curtis Hines. I would love to tell y'all that I've been the best husband and best father in the world. Nah, not at all. I failed many times for many years, but I wanted to do better, not only for myself, but for my wife and kids, and the people that love me. I want to share with you all on how I became a better man, a better husband, and a better father. How y'all doing? This is Committing to Your Commitments. I'm Curtis Hines. Thanks for tuning in. Man, committing to your commitments is a lifestyle. Like, that's how I feel. Like, it's about committing to the commitments that you have in life as a man, as a father, and a husband. I'm just sharing my perspective, my experience, giving you tips and advice that may help you, at least just alter your thoughts on things. Maybe it was something that you may felt like you were alone, like, hey, I must be by myself because nobody else is talking about this. Or it may just be confirmation on something to where, like, oh man, I was thinking about it that way, or I was gonna try to approach it that way. And you may just need that confirmation. I'm here for that. Like, this is what I'm here for. This is why I'm doing this each and every episode, just to help you guys, man, just to, inspire you to say, hey, you're not alone. And it may just be confirmation on something that you thought, like, I thought I was doing this right, or I thought if I approach it this way, like, all of that. That's what I'm here for. And I hope that this helps. So, money, that's what I want to talk about this episode. Let's talk about money. They say money can't buy you happiness, but everybody wants to find out. Straight up, like, everybody wants to find out. Money wasn't a topic, wasn't part of any discussions in my house growing up. Like, money just wasn't a thought. I know on the first of every month, just about, we got food stamps. Like, I was just like, oh, we're gonna go to the grocery store, we're gonna load up about a basket and a half, sometimes 2 baskets worth of food. And that's kind of it as far as what I knew of money was. I know we got food stamps and we're gonna get some groceries. Like, that's kind of it. Growing up in a single parent household, there wasn't a guy there that provided, like my dad, like, wasn't there. So there wasn't a provider there. It was just my mom doing the best she could. But again, like I said, we didn't talk about money. Now, as an adult, as a father, as a husband now, and that is so crucial now, is the topic of money, because in most households, it's just a touchy subject. Like, nobody wants to talk about it, but everybody wants it. Nobody wants to talk about money, but everybody wants some money. And that's something I truly, truly encourage, man, you guys to do with your families. Like, you have to be comfortable and honest with yourself when it comes to your finances, in order for you to be open enough to want to talk to your significant other, your wife, your kids about money. The reason it is so important, because had I had certain conversations younger with my mom, or just in general about, money, taxes, saving, investing, and all that stuff, I would have had a jump start. I would have had like the edge or whatever, to where, man, I knew this at such a young age. Man, I could get some things. I could have got some things done. Who knows? I probably would have invested in Amazon when I should have, had I known. So money is very important to talk about in your household. Like, I just wish we do more of that, man. I want us to do more of that, because it's needed. Money is definitely a need. Some people feel like, oh, money isn't everything. I'm not saying it's everything. Money is important. Money helps you to provide for your family. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, my kids eat because I work and I make money to buy food for my kids to eat. That's just common sense. That's just what it is. So now what I know about money, it is so important that I teach my kids and I educate my kids about money, the benefits of money, not to fear money. They say money is the root of all evil. I don't believe that. I don't think money is the root of all evil. I think that what people do with the money and what they're willing to do for money is an evil thing. Like, people do evil things for money, not that money itself, because when you create things and you invest and you do these things, you're doing it for money. You're not doing it for a pat on the back or a good job. You're investing in creating and entrepreneurs and, all these skills that you develop for money. So how can money be the root of all evil when just about everything we're doing to survive, to be able to provide, has to do with money? So we have to erase this, make it such a touchy subject and make it such a harsh thing. Money. It's everybody like, nah, it's your perspective. Like, if you think, it's like a broke person's mentality. Like, only broke people fear money conversations. Only people that uneducated about money feels a certain way about money. Like, money ain't all there. Like, whatever. Nobody care about money. Like, that's because you're either uneducated about money or you have a broke person's mentality about money. So you don't really want to talk about it or hear about it. Or even when you hear other people talking about money or their success and everything, you feel some kind of way because you want to look down on them or make them feel a certain way because they're talking about money, when that shouldn't be the case. Educate yourself, like really educate yourself on money, like the benefits of money and how money works and how it can help you and how you can benefit from it. Not necessarily to where it's a fearful thing and it's something you don't talk about. Like, if you married, you definitely should be talking about money. Like, you definitely should be talking about it, especially when you're about to get married, because you want to know, like, if your significant other is in debt. You want to know how much debt you are in. Those are situations that I think do cause breakups and divorces and stuff like that. Money is one of those things that people don't talk about enough, because people are always assuming things when it comes to money, especially in a relationship and a marriage. You want to hope for the best, that the money's just working itself out, and the bills are getting paid. But if you don't have that communication and you don't ever talk about it, then you never truly know. And when it all hits the fan and you realize y'all like hundreds of $1,000s in debt, years and years on down the road, you can't be mad or upset because you never cared to ask. You never wanted to talk about it. Or when you're in a relationship and your significant other, say, in this account we only got a couple $100s, but my account I got like tens and twenties of thousands of dollars. Like, you can't be upset at them because y'all never talked about money. Y'all never had that discussion. So money is an important subject that should be talked about in your marriage. It should be something talked about in your relationship if you're planning to go into that state to where y'all are wanting to get married. You should definitely talk about debt. You should definitely talk about taxes. You should talk about all the things that concerns money with your kids. You should have like we try to do maybe like every 2-3 weeks. My wife and I, we have just weekly updates on what's the numbers, like how the numbers looking, because we have goals, we have plans to where we need the numbers to pan out a certain way for us to do this and do that and everything. And we need to figure out other ways to get money that's going to help us be able to work these different things out. And we have to communicate that in order for us to be able to do and know where we stand and where we at. It's a healthy conversation. Money is such a healthy conversation. I'm thankful and grateful that I do have a wife that cares about money like I care about it, to want to talk about it and comfortable enough to talk about it, to be real, with ourselves on the money we have, to be real about our spending, to know where we putting our money at, not to just be balling and living this lavish life when we really broke. Like, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to let my wife control the finances, and we just going and spending and going all these shopping sprees. And I just think we got it like that. And then, like I said, later on down the road, we got a foreclosure notice or something. Like we got an eviction notice or something. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought we was paying the bills. And then she hit you with, well, how else you thought we was taking those trips, and how else you thought you was getting these new shoes and watches, and how you thought we was, man, you don't want to be there. I know some people have been through that. Like I've had some situations, me and my wife have had some situations where how you thought we was doing. Like, nah, we talk about money. We have these conversations because the numbers do matter. Money does matter. Don't let anybody tell you different. And like I said, the people that don't want to talk about it are people that fear money, people that not that's broke, or think that, oh, it doesn't. Yes, it does matter. It does matter. So please, fellas, man, everybody, like, have those conversations. Make sure you understand. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with your money. Like, make sure you get some control and everything to be able to approach your wife, to be able to approach your significant other, and to be able to approach your kids about it. Because I feel like that's helped us in my marriage and my family. The more open we are to talk about money, and with me and my wife, and now with my kids, and talking about it, everybody understands, and everybody's eager to, like, say, hey, how can we do this? Or how can we do this? Or, hey, we can save this. Or, hey, let's invest in this. Like, let's do this. Like, everybody understands, like, it takes money to do this. It takes money to do that. It takes money to pay this. Like, everybody understands that. My kids are, like, starting to understand it more and more. Like, it just makes it easy. It makes it easier on me as the head of the house. It makes it easier on my wife. You know what I'm saying? That she has what she needs. It makes it easier for my kids to know that, hey, I don't need to ask my parents for this right now. I need to figure out a way to do this and do that to where, hey, I can afford it myself. My parents just told me we just spent money to do this. Hey, I don't need to ask them for this, that, and that. I can wait. I don't have any serious needs. They provide me with all I need. I just want that. I don't need to bug my parents about that when they just bought what I need. I'm just, being a brat. I'm just, nah. So it's a healthy conversation. It makes it easier for everybody. My kids aren't disappointed when they know how the numbers are flowing. They know how they can help themselves when it comes to money, to where, like, they're not going to be disappointed if I tell them, no, we're not going to buy that right now. And that's what it'd be. It'd be like, you don't need that right now, or we don't need to buy that right now. Or it'd be conversation where, okay, if I buy this, then that money I bought this, then I could have used that to get you this. So do you want this now? We have those conversations about money, and it just makes it better. It makes it more relaxing for me. It's refreshing because I'm not stressing. I'm not worried about money because I'm understanding more and more how money works. And I know that it's a need in my home. It's a need in my lifestyle. It's a need in my family. Like, we need money to be able to survive. Straight up. So that has nothing to do with our belief and faith in God. None whatsoever. Because he's always provided for us. God has always provided for us, but he's made us smart enough to know that, hey, we need money to make things work. So, fellas, man, have those conversations with your family, man. It's very important now, man. More than ever to have those conversations about money, man. Money should not be a stressful, it shouldn't be stressful when it comes to money and talking about money. It shouldn't be a stressful topic. Educate yourself more, and know what the money, like, know how money can help, and make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because this next episode I come back with, we're gonna talk about more money. We're gonna talk about, like, habits and stuff like that when it comes to money. So I hope this helps, man. I hope that, ease the load a little bit, man, for you guys to be more open to talk about money and everything with your families, your wife, your kids and everything. It helps, man. That's something I'm doing. That's something I encourage everybody to do. man, talk about the numbers, man. Be for real, be open, because it helps the whole family, it helps everybody. And it keeps everything lined up to where, man, y'all can plan things, y'all can work it out, y'all can figure it out together as a family. I'm not like, I love it. I'm enjoying it. It's the best thing I've done. It's the best thing we've done so far when it comes to money in my family. So I hope this helps, man. I love y'all. I respect you fellas, man. Please take it one day at a time. Like, in order for you to understand and get educated about money and how it works and all that stuff, take it one day at a time. But please educate yourselves. Money is not an evil thing. It's not at all. If you're looking for more information about me, you want to get to know me a little more, man, I'm at D Curtis J Hines on social media, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. I'm here for you fellas, man. Comment, man. Anything that I need to talk about, anything I missed, man, leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Like this, subscribe if you enjoy what I'm putting out there. And like I said, come back this next episode. We're gonna talk about the habits we have when it comes to money. I'll see y'all soon. This is Committing to Your Commitments. I'm Curtis Hines.